What up? Big educational video today. We're gonna talk about trades. What are the most expensive ones? Which ones are the best ones? And yeah, let's get started. That's it. I don't have anything else. Let's go with this. Let's go with weapons. For both PvP and PvE, you want heavy attack chance, critical hit, or or you can get hit as well if you want. Personally, I would go critical hit over hit most of the time, but hit is also good, honestly. Cooldown speed, also another good choice. You can exchange it with hit if you want, but it is. I don't know. I like cooldown speed. I like cooldown speed on weapon. Definitely worth it. Really good choices. That's basically it for the weapons. Anything else is kind of trolling. There are some weapons like the sword and shield, which you can also get health on it. Same with like some of the great swords, I believe. They have a chance of having health as an option. A good choice if you're a tank. Other than that, I wouldn't really take anything else, honestly. As far as armor goes, you will want to use magic evasion, range evasion, and melee evasion. Endurance is not as good. It will decrease the damage you take from critical hits, but evasion will just fully negate the attacks if you have more evasion than the enemy. In my opinion, it's just the best choice right now. The meta is really weird right now. You have a lot of melee players. You have a lot of great swords that are full clowning. They are just using 3 abilities and you die anyway, so you don't really have a choice but to build evasion. Hope that you have more evasion than they have hit and just roll with it. Same for the PvE anyway, like you want evasion because you will evade damage from mobs. So definitely evasion all the way on all 3 trades if you can get them. As much as possible on evasion would be the choice. On the cloak, this is a bit more different. You want max health, skill damage resistance, and you want either silence resistance or debuff duration. In my opinion, silence resistance is better. Debuff duration is good as well. Weaken resistance is basically same. I prefer silence resistance because I PvP more and I get silenced a lot, so I prefer silence resistance as much as possible, as much as I can get it. Obviously, you're not gonna always get this anyway, so. But definitely, as a PvP player, I think this is more useful than debuff duration or weaken resistance. The thing with weaken resistance is that even though it affects all the debuffs, often enough it will be useless anyway compared to silence resistance. Like on silence resistance in PvP, you can just avoid the shadow strike. So somebody shadow strikes on you, you have silence resistance higher than they have silence chance, so you just resist the damage, which is, in my opinion, better. What am I pressing, man? Okay. As far as accessories goes, on the belt, I would definitely take the skill damage resistance, same with the cape basically, max health, and here depends. I would say stun resistance is the best right now in the current meta, because you're gonna resist some stuns from great swords. They are still really strong right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter as much. You will still probably die a lot, but this will help quite a bit, and you can change them anyway after all. Same with the cape here though. Weaken resistance also a good choice. Debuff duration is not a bad choice either. Health regen is trash. You shouldn't even bother with health regen, honestly. On the necklace, here you have some offensive choices. You have max health. Even though this is a defensive choice, is just really good in my opinion. You get a lot of health, you survive more. Good all around, even PvP, even PvE, doesn't really matter. Skill damage boost, this is also really good. This is probably like the first trait you want to get because it will improve your damage by a lot. Here you have, if you PvP, if you play bow, I would take bind chance. If you play anything with daggers, I'll take silence chance definitely, and that's basically it for the necklace. As far as the rings go, again, some offensive choices. If you play sword and shield, you should probably take collision chance, so you push people away and all that stuff, and you don't really miss your thing that much. But then you can also take max health on basically anybody that plays with a ring. They should have to take max health if they have the possibility, and then you got skill damage boost. In my opinion, skill damage boost is one of the best. Again, you want to max this out. This is the most important trait you should have on your rings. As far as wait, did we even miss anything? No, that's basically it, honestly. Rings, bracelet. Wait, bracelet? Did I talk about bracelet? Anyway, it's the same thing with the bracelet. Skill damage resistance, max health, silence resistance. Basically just as the cape, and I believe is the other one. Which one it is? And belt. So these two, belt and bracelet, these ones are the defensive ones. The necklace and the rings are the offensive ones, basically, where you can take offensive stuff. And cape is like a weird mix between like armor and also like bracelet, like accessories. I don't know why they do trades like this. In my opinion, it's a bit yeah, I don't know, it's a bit weird. Honestly, it's more like an accessory, but you use growth stones from armor on them, so I don't know. As far as the fourth trait goes, this is the resonance effect. This is a new thing they added. It's basically once you level all the traits, you will have a chance to get one of these extra traits on your resonance. The problem with this is that all the really shit perks will have a higher chance than the good ones. So for example, if I want heavy attack chance, I will have a 3% chance of getting it. And how resonance works is you unlock it, and then you use some resonance stones to basically re-roll it. Let me see if I find any. Okay, so you see this? You need trade resonance stone fragments, and you need just ore, or you can also use marine, you can also use processed rubics, for example, and all that, right? But basically, you will need this to re-roll it every time in order to get it. It's just another way to boost your I don't know, boost the play time of the game, I guess, like how much you can actually play the game before you get bored, basically. One more thing you should probably know as well is that on T2 items, like my gloves, for example, you will need a T2 item in order to fully trade. So for example, if I have melee evasion right now, I will need another piece, another glove that's gonna be T2, and it will have melee evasion on it. If I'm using a T1, it will have a 10% chance or something like that to actually go in and actually put in, like the trait will upgrade, basically. So definitely keep that in mind. As much as the sell values, I would say is the same. T2 items will always be more expensive. Like for example, this is more expensive, like the T2 greatsword everybody uses, and as you can see, the most expensive traits are the best ones. Really easy to understand. This heavy attack chance on a T2 item can go up to 1.6k loosened. So yeah, basically the prices are gonna be based on if the item is T2. T2 prices will always be higher, and if the item is having one of the top traits I just listed. So I think that covers it, honestly. But even on T1 items, as you can see, heavy attack chance on Morakai Sword, which is a T1 basically best in slot sword, will be pretty expensive. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to share this video with an illegal immigrant, like the video, subscribe, all that stuff. See you later. Bye bye.